On behalf of concerned faculty and staff at Richmond County Elementary School, I present a suggested site plan solution for Richmond County Public Schools. On Monday, December 3rd, 2012, Dr. Grade Smith made an informative presentation to the faculty and staff of Richmond County Elementary School. He offered an explanation of current construction plans for the new school facilities at Richmond County. He informed us that the fiscal ceiling of this entire project is $15 million, and he proceeded to explain how a previously created plan was used to formulate his newly proposed site plan. Now, the old plan was generated under former Superintendent Marilyn Barr. It was a budget-conscious version of what the architects used already as Sussex Central High School in Sussex County. The winning bid to construct this was $19 million. The site plan was approved, but the funding was not. Dr. Smith became the new superintendent and had an idea of saving money by breaking the site plan into pieces. He and the architects eliminated some of the most expensive components of the old plan, such as the new cafeteria, the new kitchen, and the new school board office. This newly proposed site plan would offer new facilities in the form of appendages to existing structures. In other words, he would add onto the existing high school and elementary school instead of building a standalone school on an undeveloped piece of land. This made it possible to save a lot of money, build new structures, and make improvements on existing buildings. All of this can now be done for less than $15 million. Now, on the surface, this sounds good, but the plan does come with its drawbacks. First and foremost, the entire school campus of Richmond County Intermediate School would be replaced with a single block of classrooms. RCI would no longer be a complete self-sufficient campus. RCI students would no longer have their own food services, health clinic, library, computer lab, or gymnasium. Students in RCI would lose their school and gain membership back into the elementary school. When you examine the number of classrooms that are currently used at RCI, it's obvious that a single classroom wing does not adequately support the needs of students at RCI. This is particularly true in regards of special education, fine arts, physical education, and vocational classes. So the space would be greatly reduced. This is a problem because the 2012 facility needs report that was submitted in March by our school board to our board of supervisors reveals that the existing intermediate school needs even more space than it has right now. This new plan creates a single K-7 school and forces intermediate school students to remain in elementary school for 2 more years. This creates a condition where children as young as preschool and kindergarten will eat lunch and take gym classes at the same time and in the same spaces with 6th and 7th graders. In regards to developmental appropriateness, we're left to wonder if the risks outweigh the benefits. Although the new plan is fiscally ingenious, saving the county $4 million, the newly proposed site plan leaves much to be desired in regards to instructional space for elementary and intermediate school students. In fact, they truly get the short end of the stick. Upon further examination, teachers and administrators noticed that the newly invented K-7 hybrid school would have immediate spatial needs, logistical problems, and the very second the plan was actualized, the new building would in fact need more new building once it was done. Now, it's important to note that Dr. Smith is trying to make a plan that works, and he has said he'll support any recommendation that makes sense. He admits that the situation he's proposed is not ideal, and he's expressed an interest to entertain any and all alternatives. So on that note, here's my proposal. Dr. Smith has presented a plan that's a 2-school system. In 2009, all Richmond County officials unanimously voted to have a 3-school system. There are a couple reasons why we shouldn't abandon a true middle school concept and we should stick to a 3-school system. First and foremost, educational research recommends that middle schools in the United States consist of grades 6 through 8. And this particular configuration is supported by experts in the field of social psychology who are concerned about the emotional stages of a student's development as they traverse through the grade levels. So, I suggest that we marry the best of both ideas, the new site plan and the idea of a 3-school system, while recycling only the most critical components of the old site plan. We could do this by moving the classroom block that's intended to be attached to the elementary school over to the new high school wing. This creates the condition of having all 3 schools in one central location, and the result is threefold. First, the elementary school remains intact. Second, the old high school becomes the new intermediate school. And third, all of the new construction that's added to the existing high school becomes a brand new Richmond County High School, complete with a gym and an auditorium. This sounds simple, right? Okay, there's one huge obstacle to overcome. The current high school cafeteria would need to accommodate an additional 300 students, and building a new kitchen would cost about $1 million more, and simply renovating it would cost about $500,000 more. So the kitchen is what makes this solution complicated. There is good news. This is not a new problem, and there is a solution that's being used in schools throughout the state of Virginia. Now, instead of thinking about a traditional cafeteria where all students go through one line, we should think of ways of expanding the dining area and offering more service points. Rather than constructing a large kitchen, we should think about creating a traffic control system within the dining area that will move students efficiently through multiple serving areas. In other words, you create more than one lunch line and you give children a variety of food choices. More lines, more food choices means shorter lines and more time to eat. My secret formula for accomplishing this has 3 key components: a hot line, a cold line, and a vending wall. We still offer a traditional lunch line for hot meals. However, there's a second line for cold food that is located in another part of the cafeteria where students can build their own salads or grab wraps and sandwiches. Both of these lines are manned by cafeteria staff, and students who have free and reduced lunch can select either line. Another resource that will reduce lines and increase service to our students' nutritional needs is vending. Just as the Votex Center, we line the walls with vending machines that contain a combination of healthy drinks, snacks, and lunch-related food items. These machines are maintained and stocked by a food service, but they'll provide an added flow of income to the cafeteria budget. Another beneficial aspect of these vending machines is that they provide food sources for students and staff that are frequently committed to after-school activities. The new lunchroom logistics are easily executed by taking advantage of the additional staff that will be inherited from the intermediate school. The cafeteria staff will work in 2 shifts. The first shift will arrive early and prepare the traditional hot lunches. An afternoon shift will provide personnel to set up and serve at the cold line. Also, they will prep the cold foods for the following day. I might add that prepackaging cold foods is already a practice that is familiar to our existing staff, as they routinely do this when they're providing food for field trips. Now, I don't pretend to understand the full scope of planning a multi-site construction effort for a public school system. I am simply armed with the concerns of my peers and a dedication for those I serve, the children. I want Richmond County Schools to use this construction plan as an opportunity to think proactively and to plan for the future and to build facilities that promote 21st century skills that will foster a learning community of staff and students who think creatively, collaborate through real and virtual spaces, that become strong critical thinkers and communicate effectively and efficiently. This type of vision is what our school system has documented. Let's consider the type of facilities that will help actualize such a vision. Most importantly, let's work together to come up with a solution that is child-focused and not cost-focused. And I sincerely want to thank you for taking the time to view and consider this proposal.